Workout's done, you paid your fucking dude. You're that much closer to becoming that person you always knew you could be. I mean, isn't it about time you do that? Isn't it about time you become that person you knew you always could be? How do you do that? You break the fucking mold, guys. You get the fuck out of bed when it's cold, when it's early. You do something away from the normality of what you've been doing. That's psychotic behavior. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result doesn't work that way. You must switch up the mainframe. Switch it up if you want a different result, man. Why not try it, man? Shock the system. Start with an earthquake, man. What I mean by that is, yeah, get up at 4 in the fucking morning one day. Just one day. And go for a fucking run. Commit to one day. And see how you feel. As you're jogging it back in around 5 or something. As your neighbors are still asleep. Or as you're jogging it back in at 6 o'clock. And your neighbor's just getting up, grabbing the coffee, looking outside. Wondering, you know, what the day's gonna hold for them. Well, your day's already provided something for you. You see how that works? Mentally, you'll feel like, wow, man, that was fucking alive. And then you go about your day at work, and your coworkers like, who the fuck? What happened to old Greg, man? This is a new. Who's this? That's right, the new motherfucker's here to stay. But you won't get to know what I'm talking about, man. You gotta be there, man. You can't talk it all the time, you gotta walk it. Commit to one day, try it, see how it feels. Getting up that fucking early when everyone else is asleep, or when it's that cold. When everybody else says, no, this is not comfortable, we shouldn't do this. You say, yes, motherfucker, I'm gonna introduce myself to it. And who that person is, we don't know. Who could it be? It's exciting, man. Because the way you feel after that, as exhausted or as how, you know, unpleasant as the experience might be, the after effect on how prideful you feel, man. That's something you're either gonna love or not. And if you love it, dude, you're on your journey to something magical. I love challenging days, man. I really do. Like today, it's fucking balls hot in there. I don't know if the air conditioning here is broken, but every fan's just running right now. You know, not many people are there today. You know, it's another day to improve, but because it's too hot, oh, I can't do it, you know? And it's such a good lesson in life, because when is it ever going to be the ideal situation for you to run your course or start your action or pursue your endeavors? It's never going to be ideal. It's never going to be this perfect storm of opportunity for you to say, okay, this is the time. It's never going to broadcast it and highlight it for you. It starts when you put one foot in front of the other. And if you're going to use like excuses, sure, it's hot as shit outside, and it might be too much for a lot of people. But for a lot of other people, you know, what's to be is more exciting and overrides whatever today's trials and tribulations are. And when you can do that, man, when you start seeing the future, willing to sacrifice today for that kind of opportunity to mature into a reality, man, you're really thinking the right way. Find yourselves going down a road and like everything's kind of going wrong. If there's a higher power, I think that's when they're testing you to see if you're ready for the responsibility of greatness. Because with great great achievement comes that responsibility that everyone's going to be looking at you and judging you and picking you apart and trying to break you down. Are you strong enough for all that? Yes, you're capable of achieving it, but are you mentally strong enough to endure it? So when I see all these like random things going wrong in my life, I'm like, fucking hey man, why is everything going wrong? What the fuck did I do to cause all these problems, you know? Part of me thinks it's like the calm before the storm in a way, making sure you're equipped mentally to endure what you're about to achieve physically, or to achieve with, you know, title-wise or whatever that may be. So think of it that way. Everything I'm saying, guys, is perspective on how you see it. The reality of what it is isn't as strong as perception of how you see it. One more thing about transformation, guys. When you guys are sitting on the couch or wherever you're watching this, to take that first step towards greatness is very hard. That's the hardest step of everything, is that first step, right? That first step towards greatness is hard. What's a lot harder is when time expires in life and you look back on your life knowing you could have been great. That's something you can't control anymore because time's run out.
So if they get up, they can look like me.
You can look like anything you want. If you mentally believe it, your body will find a way to make it happen. But if you don't believe you can do it, don't even start the journey. It's too hard. It's a winnable, easy war. But if you don't believe it, then don't do it.
Positive mental attitude.
That's, you know, what it comes down to, it's everything.
Fantastic. Phenomenal.
Yeah, man. 6 a.m. right now, early. It's cold too, man. See, I like these conditions. Because if you can perform in these conditions, man, anything's easy. Especially when your competition's sleeping, you're out here working, it makes your desire solidify even more. Because success doesn't know these things about cold or early or tired. It just knows if you showed up or not. The difference between someone successful and someone that's not successful is not their ability. Because this world is filled with people who's never achieved their true ability. The differential is their desire. Don't let what you can't do in the moment interfere with what you know you can do. Meaning, don't let the pain fucking rob you of your belief of what you can be. Because your body hears everything your mind says. And anytime you have any kind of discourse, or you start to be subject to the discomforts of the situation, your body remembers that, and your body's just a messenger. If you start thinking you can't do it, and that pain's like, ow, it feels, I can't do the pain, do you think that body's gonna tell your brain, the boss of the world, hey man, we can do it? Bullshit. It's like a little bitch, that body is. It's just like, okay, we're done then. Your body hears everything your mind says. Don't even give it a chance to think that kind of shit. Stop running from the potential of what you can be, guys. It's inside of you. It's always been there. Grab a buddy of yours. Say, man, me and you are gonna fucking do this together. And you're gonna be on my ass if I start slacking. I'm gonna be on your ass if I start slacking. And I'll never accept mediocre again. I'm always gonna give it my 110 fucking percent. That's the only thing I can ever say a solid day's work. That's all that will ever find peace in. If you guys do not do that, I promise you, your life will haunt you for the rest of your days. If there's potential inside of you, which you know it's there, but you're too scared to tell anyone else about it, and you go on and on, get older and older and older and older, and the windows of opportunity start to close, and you knew it could have been given birth to, but you never did it, I promise you, it will haunt you. It'll be more, it's a living nightmare, dude. That fact that you have the ability to do something and you're too weak to fucking turn the key and start the engine on it is a greater disappointment and a greater burden to carry than any of this physical sweat equity or pain in the gym or sacrifice. All that is just nothing compared to a life where you're burdened by regret, guys.